How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about SOFI, which was down on Friday 5.12%. So many are asking, what do I see SOFI doing for the coming week, especially since they do have earnings that is right around the corner. So I'll talk about it. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder, you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to be going on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know the buying and the selling behavior on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for SOFI. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $6.12, being down 5.12%. On the low, it tested $6.10, and then on the high, testing $6.75. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 33.527 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 46.776 million shares. So we did have below average volume on the day, and we also noticed a pullback in the stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, it's at 30.95. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, we are below the 200-day, the 100-day, the 50-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. And it's clear to see that SOFI is in a bear market, trading below all of our major moving averages. So on the Friday, we had a strong sell-off inside of the market, and we were able to hold support at $6.10. And I must say, this is fairly impressive, all things considered, where we tested $6.02 on the previous day. So just going into the coming week, if we continue to have some weakness in the market, especially on the Monday, I see SOFI actually going below $6 and into the $5 range. And what we were talking about as far as wanting to see support hold up would be around $5.86. So again, that's a level you're going to want to keep an eye on, but do know we don't have any proven support areas under 6, all right? Now, if we're looking for a reversal, we want to see some strength. If we have some buying picking up, I want to see SOFI going back to $7. We ended up seeing a high on the Friday at $6.75. So that's why I know if we end up having a rally and we turn things around, SOFI will go back to $7. But the key level that we need to reach is at $7.36, which will put us right at the 21-day EMA. That's where I want to see some buyers start stepping in and seeing if we can make that move to $8 prior to earnings, which we have on May the 10th. So let's see how things turn out, especially if we get expected news from the Fed meeting. Now let's move on to the short interest information. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for SOFI. Scrolling down on the page, green rows indicate new positions, while red rows indicate closed positions. So taking a look at the recent filings for the 29th, we have Bellwether Advisors that purchased 605 shares. We also have Excel Wealth Management LLC that purchased 22,030 shares. And then we have Vanguard Financials Index Fund that purchased, there we go, just under 1.3 million shares. We also have Versant Capital Management that purchased 30 shares. And then we have ProShares Ultra Financials that purchased 55,052 shares. And we also have Global X FinTech ETF that purchased just over 1.4 million shares. So now when we take a look at the short interest, the off-exchange short volume ratio is at 38.49%, and in the off-exchange short volume, it is just over 5.98 million shares. Scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 1.2 million, updated 15 minutes ago, and then for the short borrow fee rate being at 1.53%. Taking a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of the 28th, it is at at 48.72. And then for the close of the 29th, being at 38.49. So that is a significant decrease for the short volume, but when we take a look at the short interest percentage of the float being at 19.61%, SOFI does have short squeeze potential. Now let's move on to the order flow distribution.
Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for SOFI. So we see on the inflow, it is at 36.85 million, and then on the outflow, it's at 38.85 million. So we had an outflow day. Taking a look at the breakdown, on the large, it was 2.26 million. On the medium, it was 22.70 million, and then on the small, it was 11.89 million. Taking a look at the outflow side, you see on the large, it was 0.64 million. On the medium, it was 27.27 million, and then on the small, it was 10.94 million. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you could see for April the 29th, so the Friday that just passed, we had an inflow of 1.62 million. Analyzing the numbers even further for the small scale orders that tends to represent the retail side, we had more buying than we had selling. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, we had more selling than we had buying. And then for the large, which represents whales, institutions, and funds, we had more buying than we had selling. And then taking a look at the turnover ratio, it was at 4.05%. So this is not too bad for a volatile stock like SOFI. We know it does trade at relatively high volume. But one thing that was clear, we saw that retail was loading up on shares, and we also do see this on the institution and whale side. So what this shows me, many are loading up on that dip. I'll talk about it further inside of the final thoughts, so let's get into it right now. So for my final thoughts for SOFI, when it comes to the price action, so we ended up having support coming in at $6.10. Remember, on the previous day, we had support at $6.02. And knowing that the market sold off quite a bit on the Friday, I feel that is great to see. We ended up making a higher low. If we continue to see weakness in the markets going into Monday, then there is a potential chance SOFI will break through that $6 level. So I want to make sure that is something you're clearly aware of. And if we do break through that $6 level, then I want to see some strength around $5.86. Keep in mind, it has never visited these areas before. We don't know what the next strong support level is going to be, but that is just my estimation by taking a look at the charts. But I myself, I'd really want us to see us hold $6. If we could hold $6 and then we have the FOMC meeting where Jerome Powell says, well, you know what? Yes, we'll stick with doing 50 basis points. Again, that's already been priced in. We've already seen how much the market has sold off. So where I'd be looking is at SOFI making a rally, being able to recover. And what does that level look like? I'd want to see it get to around $7. I think it should be able to reclaim this level. And upon getting to 7, I want to see a move going to $7.36, which is right where we have the 21-day EMA. And if things fall into place perfectly, that means going into earnings, I would like to see a run at least going to $8. I know we have a gap that needs to be filled around $8.50, but you guys know I'm just being conservative here, and that is the best case scenario. Also, when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership, we could see institutions have loaded up on shares. And then taking a look at the short interest information, it does continue to have short squeeze potential. There's many shorts who are vested in this play. And considering how much the stock has sold off already and they're still in this play, again, it's very interesting, and that's why I say don't be shocked if you see SOFI trading in the $5 range. We also have to take into consideration of the fact there's a lot of fear in the market. We've been seeing some strong sell-offs. We did have a strong bounce the other day, but that is something that happens normally in bear markets. So I feel that this market needs to have some more confidence coming in. And the moment there's more confidence in the market, and I feel the FOMC meeting will help with that, that's why I'm saying, you know what, there should be a rally that should follow ahead. If Jerome Powell ends up saying, well, you know what, I'm not going to be doing 50 basis points, I'm going to be looking at 75 basis points, again, the odds of this happening are very low, then we can expect this market to just crash after that. So that's why I want to make sure you guys have a good idea what's going on and you're keeping up to date with current events. Of course, I'm going to continue to do these SOFI videos and keep you guys inside of the loop as well, especially for all of my traders and as well as my investors out there that are looking at taking positions. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I can't wait to see how the stock performs going into Monday. We'll talk soon.